Many of you are aware of the negative side effects of elevated insulin levels. When your insulin levels are elevated, your body tends to store more calories as fat and it burns less calories for energy. What causes these elevated levels is our consumption of sugars and carbohydrates with our meals. Now, I suggest a lower carbohydrate diet or a carb rotation style of eating, but there's one other thing that you can do to help control those insulin levels. That is to eat protein at every feeding opportunity. Protein is very important in this regard because it actually releases the hormone glucagon, which is actually an antagonistic hormone to insulin. What glucagon does is it helps suppress insulin hormone so that it does not become so elevated and promote the storage of calories as fat. Now, one question that I get at least twice a week is, what can I do to make sure I get in enough protein? I don't like red meat, or I can't eat that much food, and I can't seem to get in enough protein. An easy alternative is a cold processed protein powder, such as ProGrade protein. The reason you want it to be cold processed is because many cheaper versions of protein powder actually use a heat processing method. What this does is it potentially damages the fragile protein molecule. Essentially, the protein molecule becomes less effective and less functional. So you end up spending your money on cheaper protein and you get cheaper results. So you don't want to do that. Make sure that it's cold processed protein. When we created our ProGrade protein, obviously as the research and development director, I made sure that it was cold processed, but I added a few other key things to it. One being 5 grams of branched chain amino acids and 2.5 of that being the essential amino acid leucine that I was just talking about, to ensure that you maximize your workout recovery and you get the best bang for your buck when you're working out. Something else we added was lactase and aminogen. These two ingredients help you digest that protein easier. So again, you're going to be able to absorb as much of that protein as your body will allow. The third thing we did to sweeten it was we went all natural and we used stevia instead of sugar or artificial sweeteners. We did all these things to ensure that you got the best quality protein and you gave your body the best chance at absorbing the most protein possible when you're drinking a protein shake. If you struggle with getting in enough protein and you're hungry quite often, you seem to have cravings, things like that, then ProGrade protein is going to be probably a pretty good addition to your healthy eating plans because it's going to satisfy a lot of things that your body's probably looking for. And the co-owners of ProGrade Nutrition don't know this yet, but since I am a co-owner, I kind of get to do what I want and they just have to live with my decision. So what I'm doing is I'm going to actually offer you 10% off ProGrade protein for the next 7 days. We just recently launched this product. Some of you may have taken advantage of the sale and others may have never even heard of it before. But like I said, since I'm one of the bosses, I kind of get to do what I want a lot of times. And I'm going to offer 10% off to you for the next 7 days. Today is December 2nd, so use the coupon you see now on the screen and go to www.progradeprotein.com and get 10% off your ProGrade protein purchase for the next 7 days.